And we're going live. We're going live a minute early because I'm here. What's up, y'all? You got a couple people already waiting. What is up? It's been a minute. I'm finally healed from COVID. My throat's kind of coming back a little bit, but we're good. How's the mic coming through? Is it too quiet, too loud? I gotta adjust it. A little movie part has left some comments. Um, that's fine. I cared. Check out my newest video on my channel. Shows how much of a fan I was of the character. I was really excited for this. Understand it's not for everybody. Yes, Batgirl has been shelved. Batgirl's been shelved. Everybody was losing their minds the last 2 days on Twitter, and I felt like Patrice O'Neill watching a natural disaster and just not caring, not caring. I really was struggling to find reasons to care, because Discovery, Warner Brothers has merged with this Discovery whatever business, and they're just as bad as AT&T. I mean, it's just a fucking, business. They're just business people. They don't really care about entertainment or fucking films or TV shows or anything. They just care about that bottom line, that dollar. So that's what you got to look forward to from Discovery. Same thing AT&T did. I don't know why they just can't leave Warner Brothers alone and let them make the entertainment. Warner Brothers has been doing this for over 100 years, making movies. Just let them fucking do it, right? Another comment from Little Movie Perp. I don't know how long the stream's going to go. I kind of just want to say my thoughts on Batgirl and what's happening with HBO Max and get out of here. But if people leave a lot of questions, I guess we'll keep going. Little Movie Perp says, at the end of the day, this Batgirl movie wasn't a fit for whatever direction they wanted to go in. Sucks, but it's business. Yeah, it is business. Wish they could put on stream and be like, doesn't count. It's funny because they did that with Zack Snyder's Justice League. They put that movie on streaming and be like, oh, it doesn't count. They put that whole 4-hour movie out there that was shelved for years. Funny enough, Zack Snyder's Justice League was a movie that was also shelved for years, and it finally came out on streaming, and it doesn't count. So they could have did the same thing with Batgirl, 100%. But there has to be something seriously wrong with Batgirl. This is what I was thinking as this whole thing was happening, right? I'm like, it's not just a bad movie. There's something really wrong with it. If they're willing to just totally shit can the movie, there's got to be something seriously wrong. And there was test screening reactions from it saying it was a bad TV episode. They were equating it to a bad TV episode. And I'm like, you already spent $70 million on this, and it's not even a better quality than a TV show. That's not good. That's not good at all. Derpy Gaming has joined. I'm glad it didn't happen. In other news, Joker 2 is about to be bonkers. Oh, yeah. Did you ever see the Instagram from Todd Phillips' little teaser of Joker 2? I'm kind of digging it. Why are you glad? Can a movie still exist even if you don't see it? This is the thing, Little Movie Perp. Movies get shit canned all the time that you never hear of. You never hear of tons of movies that just get shelved halfway through production or at the start of production or during post-production, which is what Batgirl is in right now. I'm sure they had to do some, what do they call it, reshoots and stuff. I'm sure they had to do some of that. But that movie was almost done and they shelved it. Happens a lot of times. We're only hyper focused on DC films because that's what we pay attention to. But there's tons of films that get shelved every year that you'll never hear about. You ever wonder why they say it's a miracle to make a film? Because you got to make the film first, and then you got to get past all the bullshit to put it out there for people to see. And yeah, man, a lot of movies get shelved. A lot of movies you'll never see. That's why I'm thinking something had to seriously be wrong with Batgirl. It's not like the movie was kind of bad. The movie was really bad, probably. And you're a Batgirl fan, right, Little Movie Perp? You're a Batgirl fan. Do you want a really bad Batgirl movie, or do you want them to if they see the movie is seriously, seriously bad? We don't want that. You don't want that out there because that's just going to push back, that's just going to destroy the popularity of the character if they put out a bad movie. And let's face it, DC has been putting out some rough movies. You know what I'm saying? This is called quality control. At least that's how I'm seeing it. Like Birds of Prey was god awful movie. Zack Snyder's Justice League, that movie should have stayed on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not, it is just quality, quality control at this point. And they saved like I think they spent $70 million on Batgirl, and they saved 20 million by doing this. But they also would have saved another like 50 million on top of that because they had to do marketing and shit. So you know, they cut the movie before they did the marketing, right? So that's a lot of money they saved right there. And all that movie they're gonna put towards something else. You know what they could do? They could put that money towards Blue Beetle and make Blue Beetle even better. But a lot of people are worried they're gonna cancel Blue Beetle now, even though that movie's pretty much almost done. Um, if the movie's good, they're gonna come out with it. I don't think they're gonna put a good movie on the shelf. That's what I'm thinking. What's up, Ryan C? Um, Derpy read articles about it. Um, what did I see said? I was slandered but on my GCPD series, calling sexist and violent. Well, you got cut out that sexist violent stuff, Ryan C. That's what you got to do. Um, um, yeah, you understand from a financial standpoint. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us have our garbage. I know. I mean, it was. I don't know if it's just DC's at a point where we can't keep putting out garbage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're already struggling with the audience right now. You can't keep putting out mediocre garbage stuff. You got to put out something fucking fantastic. Um, Chris has commented, no interest in Batgirl project, but I have a mixed feelings on Discovery's mindset. Me too. I do have mixed feelings about it because there's some other news that came out about how they're canceling all their scripted shows on HBO Max. Did y'all hear about this? This just came out like a few hours ago. Um, they're canceling, like they're getting rid of all their scripted shows on HBO Max except for the ones that already exist. And I don't understand that at all. Like Warner Brothers has been doing a hell of a job putting up quality on HBO Max, and now they're just fucking cutting it all out. Like motherfuckers. This Discovery fucking company is just cutting it all out. Peacemaker's safe though. James Gunn came out and said Peacemaker is safe. Gonna get another season of that. Uh, but like, there's a lot of shows getting canceled. I think Tokyo Vice was getting canceled, which is crazy. Tokyo Vice was really good. That was a Michael Mann project. It's really good. Yeah, Reverse is. I think the Matt Reeves Batman verse is safe, Chris. I think it's safe for now because it was the only successful thing DC's put out in like the last 2 years here, like super successful. But as far as the TV shows, the Matt Reeves spinoffs, are they safe? I don't know. Derpy Gaming, I have no idea. I have no idea if they're safe. I don't think they are. Especially like the Penguin show. I would like to think the Arkham series like would see the light of day since they've been working on it hard. And who knows? Discovery's trying to save up a lot of money. Discovery came out and said they want to put out huge tentpole, big blockbuster DC films. They want to spend like over $150 million on every like DC film. They want to put a lot of money into that. Just making these huge, gigantic films. And they don't want to put out small budget, TV movie type things, which is fine. Sex. Oh, okay. We got people watching me live. I know some people watch me live sometimes. Um, BlackRock, what's up? They better be reasonable with DC Films budgets. It's from the sounds of it, it seems like Discovery wants huge fucking budgets. We're talking over 150 million to 200 million. Like, it's what you're telling me they care now? Yeah. Discovery cares. They care about bottom line. They care about money. And they think they can't make money unless the movie is gigantic, unless it's a big tentpole event film. They don't think they can make money on smaller DC films, which is silly because this is the Walter Hamada strategy. You make a film for a lower budget, like you did with all his horror films, and then you make a huge return on them. It's a good strategy, and it was working a little bit. I mean, it worked with Shazam. The Shazam had a lower budget, and it made its money back plus some. And now you're getting a sequel to Shazam. So like I don't know what the mindset at Discovery is because they're gonna spend a lot of money, and if it doesn't work out, then that's gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be it for DC films for a long fucking time. So, they said the next 10 years. The next 10 years is like their window to do all these big, huge films because everybody thinking Marvel's on a decline because they don't have Captain America, they don't have Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. So they're expecting Marvel to have a huge decline over the next decade. Like they won't be making $2 billion with a movie anymore. So that's like, so Discovery's seeing this as a chance to catch up, which is stupid. You can't catch up. They're like fucking 30 films behind. How are you gonna catch up? You out of your fucking minds. It's a huge mess here at DC Films, guys. Huge mess. And even a bigger mess at HBO Max, which is bullshit because HBO Max was good. It's getting good. And now they just want to like cut it. They want to gut it and they just fucking want to fuck up everything Warner Bros. Has been doing. It's weird. Can you make a Green Arrow for 80 to 90 million? Of course you can make Green Arrow for 80 to 90. If you could definitely make these films for lower budgets. You know? They just gotta be good. And that's my concern with Batgirl. It's like maybe it wasn't good at all. And that's why. I mean, it had the directors of Bad Boys for Life. You know what I'm saying? Like, not good directors behind it. So it kind of makes me believe it was a fucking mess, Um, which is, it happens sometimes. Sometimes movies, they don't pan out. They make the movie, it doesn't work. And what are you going to do? You going to put it out and destroy DC's reputation even more? Or are you going to put it on the shelf forever until people like really demand it? Like they did with Zack Snyder's Justice League, which was like a fluke. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a 1 in a million thing. That's not going to happen again. Shazam's beats here. WB is right to understand what they need to focus on. The big guns like Superman and Batman first. Yeah, I think they did that with Batman. With the Matt Reeves Batman, they really got Batman's house in order with that Matt Reeves Batman. Like that set up a great universe, right? And they really should go forward with that. And Joker looks like it's gonna be good. Joker 2 with Lady Gaga in it. Like it might be a musical. It sounds interesting, you know. The more I think about it, the more interesting it sounds because Todd Phillips, his big mistake with like the Hangover series was making the same movie over and over. And now he's going to try to do something completely different with Joker 2. So sounds good to me. Sounds good to fucking me. Do something completely different with the next movie. Might work. Ryan C says, I feel stressed and out of steam knowing that DC's dropping their projects. Yeah, I know how you feel. That's why I'm like, oh God, I'm really trying hard to care about Girl being canceled. But I'm like, if it's bad, it's bad. All right, we're moving on, Um, it kind of does make me worried about Blue Beetle a little bit. Even though I don't really care about Blue Beetle either. I can't find that many people that really care about Blue Beetle or many people that even know what the fuck Blue Beetle is. Um, you know, this is reality. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't think people are going to be over the moon about Blue Beetle if that movie ever gets released at this point. Chris says he's sick of botched DCEU lowering the brand of DC in the minds of the masses. Their more artistically inclined films have been hits, of course. Yeah, Joker, artistically inclined film, hit. Matt Reeves' The Batman, I say that has a lot of, artistic merit to it. It was a decent hit, over 700 million. Guys, anytime a movie makes over 700 million, like on $150 million budget, that's a huge hit. I'm sorry. Like that, you're making money, dude. You're making money at that point. Yeah, the Batman costume that's the thing. A lot of those set photos from Batgirl, like the Batgirl costume looked all right, but it still looked TV quality. And then when you hear, test screenings are like, oh, it's not even a good TV episode. Like that's what people were saying about it. It's like, it kind of like, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like from the screenshots we were seeing and the behind the scenes photos, it didn't look movie quality. It definitely looked lower quality. Firefly looked good. I kind of like the way Firefly looked. Oh, wait, did Derpy have a comment? Let me go back up here. Let's go back up here for Derpy. I love that name, Derpy, by the way. I think that's hilarious. This one, honestly, they need to get Bruce Timm playing as storyboards and have a certain director. Oh, yeah. Get Bruce Timm in there. Get Bruce Timm in there. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, why not? They've had Bruce Timm for years. And they just don't use it. This is a fucking amazing resource. Bruce Timm, Paul Dini. They don't use these guys. Is Paul Dini still alive? Get him on it. Oh, yeah. Sequel to Batman's going to hit $1 billion. Yeah, especially if they got Mr. Freeze in there. That'd be fucking dope. Yeah, guys. Everybody was losing their minds on Twitter about Batgirl. I mean, they're still losing their minds about it. They're like, I just can't believe Batgirl. It's just like, this shit happens sometimes. They could have shelved Justice League. But they already spent like over $200 million on it. That's why they ended up putting it out, because they spent so much on it already. That's the same feeling I'm getting with the Flash. You already spent over $200 million on it. You have to put it out. You can't take that kind of hit. A $70 million hit on Batgirl, you could take that. You can eat that. That's fine. But a $200 million hit on Flash, you got to put it out. You got to try to make some kind of money on it. And the test screenings from Flash are positive. People are liking it. So I feel like that movie has a slim chance. It has a chance, but it's a slim chance to be a hit. Or anybody that knows the characters. Oh, yeah. Bruce Timm for sure knows the characters. Paul Dini. Yeah, I trust them. Did everyone see the Green Lantern animated series? Bruce Timm headed up that. That fucking series was so good. It only got 20, 25 episodes, I think. So fucking good. Of course, I'm a little biased with that. I love Green Lantern, and I feel like they nailed it with that series. I wish that would come back. Out of everything, I wish that would come back. Batgirl's the type of project that is made for Twitter to throw a fit about, but has never been a big mass appeal. And no, I don't think it was. I think that's why the movie was low budget. They knew it wasn't going to have a mass appeal. It was originally supposed to be on HBO Max exclusively, and then they moved it to theaters. And I feel like that killed it. I feel like if you kept that movie exclusive to HBO Max, stuck with your guns, it would have did a lot. It probably would have finished. But the idea of putting it in theaters and you got to spend another 50 plus million on marketing just to get that movie out there, I think that's what really killed it. Because then Discovery's looking at it like, all right, this movie's not that good and we got to spend money on marketing. Fuck that. We're just going to shelve this before we lose any more money. I think that probably was their mindset. It doesn't have a mass appeal. It's got Batman in the title. You know what I'm saying? It's Batgirl. I mean, other than that, I'm sure the movie would have did fine, honestly. But it could have been another Elektra situation. Do you all remember the movie Elektra? It could have been that type of situation. Not good. Not good at all. BlackRock says, I think The Flash is going to be the last time we are going to see Ezra on the screen. Oh, yeah. All these accusations he's got, grooming minors and stuff, even though they're unfounded, really. I mean, there's nothing to back him up still. Funny enough, there's still nothing really to back it up. The people that are accused, are saying they're being groomed, they come out and they say Ezra wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? The supposed victims are coming out and saying that Ezra's not a bad guy. So, like, I don't know what to believe when it comes to that shit. It's worth it was worth more to them as a tax write-off. Ruthless, but the movie wasn't good. Chris makes an excellent point there. Studios do this all the time with movies as tax write-offs, failed business ventures and stuff like that. It's why sometimes they'll put out a movie and they won't put any marketing behind it because they want it to flop in theaters so they can get a tax write-off. That happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why Disney could put out a movie like John Carter and have, spend $300 million on it and have it completely tank and be fine. Be fine. Nothing bad happens in Disney. You know what I'm saying? Like, Murdoch J. Oh yeah, Murdoch. The whole Ezra thing has a domino effect. Yeah, yeah. Especially if these accusations are like true. Oh, it's like, I mean, it's bad enough there's accusations. That's bad enough. That alone is causing this, domino effect where Discovery's like, we got to reboot everything. We got to just restart everything. And I feel like Black Adam is going to be that. That's going to be your starting point. You got Shazam that worked. It worked fine. The sequel hopefully is good. And you got Black Adam, which just needs to be decent. Just needs to be decent. And maybe, The Rock can be the future going forward. He could be your big baddie going forward. I like that idea. Like he's the new, the big villain. He's the new Loki or fucking Thanos or whatever. The big baddie is The Rock. That's something I can get behind. That's something you could build a whole DC universe around for like the first phase here. At least that's what we're hoping, I guess. But yeah, guys, how we all doing today? I'm drinking a Blue Moon. Isn't any hour happy hour? GCPD was never meant to be triggering. Are you talking about your thing that you wrote, Ryan C? Is that the thing you're talking about? I gotta read that. Oh, are they gonna do the Arkham series, the Matt Reeves Arkham series? That's what I really want. And the whole Discovery gutting HBO Max just really it doesn't seem likely now. It does not seem like we're gonna get awesome Batman shows now, which is disturbing. I wish we would. Very disappointing. But we got our thinking caps on. What can they do? What can Warner Brothers do? Warner Brothers is in, they got no power. They got to do whatever Discovery says because Discovery owns them, right? Like, is that the thing? Matt is still doing Arkham, Ryan C says. I hope he is. There was this fucking article, if I could pull it up. It was talking about how they're gutting all of HBO Max, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, no more Tokyo Vice? The fuck? That, by the way, I highly recommend that show. Tokyo Vice is so fucking good. Love that show. Michael Mann directed the first episode, by the way, which is dope. It's interesting why Warner Brothers decided to pull the plug. Like, obviously, it was, other powers at B telling them to do that, yo. Like, Warner Brothers is pretty good about putting out movies, that they announce. But there's so many movies that they don't announce that they never put out. There's a whole vault at Warner Brothers that's just filled of movies that you'll never see. Half-finished movies or completely finished movies that are just sitting there that just weren't good enough to be shown to the public. That's what Zack Snyder's Justice League, that's what that was for years. That's where it was. And, you can make the argument that maybe they should have kept it on the shelf because I feel like that's had a domino effect where we can't get anything going because they've split the fan base in two by releasing that Zack Snyder Justice League. So it's tough to get anything fucking going. Chris, I'm down for Arkham. But to be real, it seems like a lightning rod for critiques for possibly exploiting. That's a big word. Cliches. Okay. I don't know. Are they willing to take any critiques? Is that what you're trying to say, Chris? Like, I mean, we're at a point in DC where they really can't put out anything bad. Like, anything that they put out that's bad is going to get shredded. I mean, Marvel could put out, like, bad entertainment all year. It doesn't matter because they've built up so much goodwill. You could put out crap. WandaVision, crap. You know what I'm saying? Winter Soldier, Falcon, crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, Moon Knight, crap. You know what I'm saying? It just keeps going with the crap. Eternals, crap. It don't matter. People are going to still watch this shit. Black Panther 2 looks really bad too. Like, I don't know how they're gonna pull off that movie. That looks really bad too. Um, that's why they're predicting a decline in Marvel, MCU stuff. They're predicting a huge decline. But honestly, way too many people online complained about the Batman. It was like, dudes, we finally got a filet mignon feast, and you're whining that it was long? I agree, dude. I agree. I like this Chris guy. I agree. Mm. Compared to the shit we get, Batman's a fucking masterpiece, dude. Like, and I saw that the second I saw the movie. I'm like, God damn, this is the best Batman we've ever got. Best Batman entertainment we've ever got. And the only complaints you see are online. Anybody that watches it in real life really doesn't complain about it like that. They might say it's too long. I think that's like the main complaint. But you know what? It could have been longer. They had a 4-hour cut. I would like to see the 4-hour cut. That's something that's on the shelf that they're not releasing. There is a 4-hour cut in that movie, though. I would love to see it. Just to, compare and contrast. I like to do that. Compare and contrast this shit. But, guys, what else do I just want to talk about here? I didn't want this to be like a super long stream. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. And I didn't want to do a bunch of editing on a video because, I just need more of a drive to do that, which I don't have. Batgirl director saddened after HBO Max film canceled. Dude, I don't know. I just don't like those directors. Does anybody else feel that? Like look at these guys. Batgirl directors look like douches. Like I don't know. It's probably their fault. If they made a really good film, they would have put it out. Like, it's that easy. Was it right? See, I'm not pulling the plug. If anything, I'll crop some episodes. Are you trying to sell this to Warner Brothers, Ryan C? Bad Boys for Life. Oh, you like Bad Boys 3? That's the Bad Boys for Life one, right? Yeah, I think it was ghost directed by Michael Bay. I'm willing to say that. You know, that was those guys' first movie, right? I could have swore it was their first movie. Like Michael Bay handpicked them and everything. Let's see. I want to see what the first movie was. Get off my shit. Get off my shit, Paramount. Get off my shit. I got IMDb Pro, by the way, guys. Do you have IMDb Pro? IMDb Pro, whatever. Black was a movie they directed. Gangsta was a movie they directed. Not that impressive of a resume. And then they got Bad Boys for Life and then Batgirl and a couple TV series. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of, didn't have a lot of faith in them to begin with. Let's be honest. I did not have a lot of faith. Yeah, they did it indie. Yeah, they did indie movies. I think that's what Gangsta was and stuff. Apparently Gangsta was a really big one for them. Who's your top director for Green Lantern reboot film? Oh, you know what's funny? The Green Lantern movie in 2011 was directed by, was it Michael Campbell? Campbell, the guy who directed GoldenEye and Casino Royale. That's the guy who directed a Green Lantern. Yeah, Martin Campbell. That's a really good director. That guy's a good director. If he can't make it work, fuck. I don't know who I'd get the guy who directed Top Gun Maverick. How about that? Get that guy. That worked. That movie worked really well. They nailed that shit. I watched that movie 3 times in theaters. Solid fucking movie. not the greatest film of all time, but goddamn, that last dogfight at the end, holy shit! Top Gun was so good. Mm. Oh, I also saw Black Phone, the Ethan Hawke movie. Um, yeah, not good. Not good. I don't know, people were saying it was a great film, but I'm like, "Is this a horror film?" Because I'm not scared at all the whole time, you know? Uh, somebody I went with could attest to that. It just wasn't scary. Um, Ethan Hawke, like, I didn't buy him as a bad guy either, like, I didn't buy him as, like, an evil guy. There's just something likable about Ethan Hawke. Um, I like that movie Sinister that he was in, that was a good horror movie that he was in. Yeah, Black Phone was just not that great. I wanna see Nope, that's the next one I wanna see, the Jordan Peele Nope movie, I wanna see that. It's about aliens. But yeah, who's the director for Green Lantern reboot? Get the guy from Top Gun. I don't even know his name, but get him. Uh, that might work out. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Batgirl. I don't want this going on too long. I think 30 minutes is a good time. Um, I find it really difficult to care that Batgirl got canceled. This shit happens all the time with a bunch of movies. We're just hyper focused on DC, so we'll notice every little thing that goes wrong with these films or goes right with them. We'll notice every little thing. So, I feel like people are overreacting like crazy because, they wouldn't have canceled it if it was a good movie, right? If it was a really good movie, they wouldn't have canceled it. They wouldn't have shelved it. If it was like, "Oh my god, this is a great movie." No. Like, they watched it and they're like, "Woof. We can't show this. This will damage DC's brand." That was their thought process probably. So, it sucks for everybody that worked on that film for 7 months. Um, but if they're honest with themselves, maybe they think the movie was also not that good. Uh, Not every film could be a banger, but yeah. Thanks guys for joining. Um, as long as we get the Penguin Reeves, we could do whatever with the main. No big loss. Did I see Ambulance? Oh, was that the Michael Bay one? I think that was the Michael Bay one. No, I just saw Wrath of Man on Amazon. That was really good. Wrath of Man's really good. And I watched Pain and Gain again. That's a great Michael Bay movie. Pain and Gain. That's got to be one of his best films. That movie's fucking hilarious. I fucking love Pain and Gain. But yeah. Thanks guys for joining. Just a short little stream. Yeah, I don't know what Discovery's what they're doing with Warner Brothers. I feel like they're just gutting they're gutting them for whatever reason, trying to save up some money so they could spend it on huge tentpole blockbuster films. And if those films don't pan out, if they don't make money on those, that's gonna kill DC for like a decade. So, they're playing a dangerous game. Anyway, that's it for now. Just want to get my thoughts on that. Thank you guys for joining and commenting. It helps a lot. The likes help a lot. It helps a lot because I got a strike on my channel. So like that does not help with the algorithms when you got a strike on your channel. Not at all. Less and less people will see your shit. It'll pop up for them and shit. But anyway, I'll see you guys. Have a great day. Have a productive day. And we'll see you on the next one. I don't know what my next video is going to be. We don't know. I don't know. Kind of just flying at the seat of my pants here on this channel. This is just like for fun, this channel. But yeah, guys, have a good one. See ya.